component to other component. How to send the data from one component to other component. What is the parent component and child component? What is the component interaction? As well as what is the props. Okay. What is the component reusability? These 4-5 words will get captured together. What are component interaction, component reusability, props, and parent component and child component. So for that, we are going to create two files, hook4.js and hook5.js. Create file hook4.js, .js, and one more file, hook5.js. Hook4 and hook5. In that, hook5 component will be the child component and hook4 will be the parent component. So let's come to the child component, that is called hook5. Import you can do React. Next, after that, you can write here const my hook5 export default my hook5. Now right inside the hook5, if you see here, it is a function. Inside the function, you can receive a parameter and then you can use here. Okay, that parameter will be called as a properties. Shortcut people call as a props. Let's write here called return. First we'll see the component reusability meaning is what. Then we will see the input and output. Return, follow a div here. For that div, we can write call h1 or maybe h2 or h3, anything. h3 you can follow. Article 1, come down below, write a paragraph. Inside paragraph, copy paste this paragraph, add many times. After the paragraph, write a small tag. Inside you write posted on 22 Jan 22, or this first number you can change it till 10th Jan 22. So this becomes some static content, some hardcode value. Okay, this becomes some hardcode value. Okay, fine. After that, my hook 5 become as a function. My hook 5 is a function, but here in React, you are going to call it a component. Now, my hook 5, how many times we can call? One time or many times? Right, so hope it is clear. My hook file, my hook 5 function, we can call one time also, or we can call many time also. Okay, so if you are able to call many times, then it is called as a reusability. Written once and calling how many times? Many times. If we call only one time, then we can say it is single use only. But since is the function, Java is the function concept, so here we can call many times. So that word will be called a component reusability. In case anyone asks what is the reusability in component, or when the interview calls come, job description will come in that, people will be writing, the person should be able to write reusable component. The person should be able to write the reusable component. Okay. The person who have created the job description, if the job description comes like, the person should be able to write the reusable component. Okay. When I read the description, then I understand the person who has written this line, which line? The JD as the candidate should be able to create a reusable component. That meaning he don't know about the React. Because the fundamental of reusability itself is component. Okay, once you create a component, nothing but a function, you can use many times, right? So in that, there is no any sense to write the person should be able to write reusable component. Because when we create a component, automatically you can reuse many times. Once you create a component, itself is reusable. In that, there is no any extra effort from candidate side. Okay, if the candidate is able to create a component, that means component itself is reusable. Okay, so that JD line will be always incorrect. What is that? The candidate should be able to write as a reusable component. Okay, the person who created the JD, he is not aware of the React.js. Okay, so now see function hook 5 function, definitely we can call again and again, and we can use it many times. Okay, coming to the next, what is that? Hook 4. So for hook 4, hook 5 is a children. Okay, hook 5.js becomes a child of which one? Hook 4. Hook 4 is going to be the parent, and hook 5 will be as a child. Okay, so hope we written this. Now suppose you said this function we can call many times. Yes, we can call many times. With parameter or without parameter. See here, when I write here something 100, not 100. Let me write here call it a. So a becomes a what? Parameter. Becomes a parameter. It can be one or it can be multiple. So when you are calling a function without parameter again and again, you can call it a function reusability there. Okay. Component reusability. When you are calling a function, maybe one time or two time or three time or 100 times with parameter, that is called a props. What is called? Props. In the sense of what? Properties. How that work, we are going to understand. First, let's get idea on. So 5 words are very close to each other. What is that? Interaction, component interaction. What is that? Component interaction is nothing but one component is going to call another component again and again. Okay. Another word, parent component and child component. Suppose this hook 5 is a child component, a component. Wherever you call, maybe one time if you are calling or 10 times you are calling. Where you will call this? Definitely will call in the component only. So wherever you call, that will become as a parent, and whoever is going to call, that will become as a child. If you are calling one time, then single use. If you are calling multiple times, then reuse. Inside the component, if you are passing the parameter, inside the function, if you are passing the parameter, then it will be called as a properties. If you are not passing the parameter, it will call as a without property. Okay. So we will come now to the which component? Hook 4 component. Hook 5 we have made ready. Okay. Come to the hook 4. Import is required. Import React from React. Okay. Next, after that, yeah, go ahead. कहाँ से बात कर रहे हैं बताइए ठीक है 18,000 हाँ थोड़ा देर आप वेट करो आपको दूसरा आदमी कॉल करेगा ठीक है और फिर आपको बताएगा सब कुछ थोड़ा 15-20 मिनट वेट कीजिए ठीक है हाँ इसी नंबर से कॉल आएगा आपको hook written now see inside the hook 4 what we are calling hook 5 we are calling so hook 5 is a component that we are calling under the hook 4 now right here called const okay my hook 4 do the export my hook 4 export default you can apply here the return is section tag big container you can say that's one recent articles now call this file under the app.js do under the routing and then check your page is loading or not which page not hook 5 hook 4 hook 4 you are going to link with the routing try that quickly hook 4 you add in the routing hook we added hook 4 Okay, so 4 we added. Come now. Okay, recent article appear. Now go to the hook 4 component, and in that hook 5 you can call here. Call the hook 5 one time, one more 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 time. Your wish. Call is a component reusability. It's like a function. You wrote one place and you call 10 times. Sequence. Hope it's work. Something like this. So this is the single use or multiple use? Multiple use. Right? So whenever the word come as a component reusability, you don't feel like you don't know this. You should feel like I know this. Okay. What is that? Create a component and call inside another component multiple times. That's all. That's called a component reusability. Hope clear. Now next we'll understand props. Okay. And here what is happening? One component is talking to other component. That is called component interaction. One component came in another component. So where it came, that is called as a parent, and whoever has come, that is called as a child. So parent and child interaction, reusability. These words now you should not say I don't know. Next is called as a props. Props is nothing but full form is called as properties. Okay. When we send the data from one component to other component, when we send the data from one component to other component, you cannot send data directly. Like suppose you want to give a mango to someone, you will throw directly, oh, catch it, he will catch it. Right? Data we cannot throw like that. No, a mobile number is going to capture it. You cannot do like that, right? You are sending the data from one place to other place. Your data must be inside a container. You are going to send a letter from Bangalore to Hyderabad. You cannot give an open letter to someone. Everyone will read it. So your data must be inside a container. Okay. So suppose you are going to send from component number 4 to component number 5 some data, maybe title, article title. See what is the title every time? Article 1, article 1, article 1. So there will be title and there will be description. title and description. So title we will be storing in a one variable, and description also will store in one variable. So the variable you are going to store the title and description, those two variable we call as a properties. Okay. Now how that work? Let's send only title and then get to know. Let's write here title, title equal to article 1. Okay. Title equal to article 1. Write here title equal to article 2. 2. Title equal to article 3. Title equal to article 4. Title equal to article 5. Title equal to article 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is called as 6. Hope you have written. What is the property name? Property name is called title. Then you will ask, is it predefined or user defined? So title is making you confused now. So let's keep here call it my title. Then my title is nothing defined. If you say title is the predefined, then my title is not predefined, no? Suppose for example, H1 is here. I can write call align equal to center, right? So align is the, what is align? Align is the property and center is the value. It is a predefined for H1 that is not made by us. But hook 5, hook 5 is a component. For that, what you created the property? You created the property called my title. It is not predefined property. It is user defined property. We have made now only. And for that property, we are passing some value. What is the value? Title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now under the hook 5 component, you will be able to capture this input. Call it a my title, is a property. And after that, we can print it easily. Save it first. Okay, hope written. Come to the next component, that is called hook 5. Inside the hook 5, the function you have written here, use a property list, because there can be one property and there can be multiple property. As of now, how many property you are sending? Only one property we are sending. That property name is my title. Go here and change here property list dot my title. Property list dot my title. Save now. It will display for all the components. Okay, hope ready. Now check now. Title is changed or not? Title is changed. So this is called component interaction with the properties. You are communicating from one component to other component with the properties. And if anyone asks, you know props in React, what is the props in React? You can say yes. While sending the data from one component to other component, when we do the component interaction, okay, or if you want to capture that person who has asked the question, what is the props? If you ask, he should ask one more question from me. Okay, then what you can say? You can say, like, when we use the component interaction in React, at that point we use the which one? Props. Okay, when we use the component interaction in the React, then we use the props. That meaning you are giving him one question to ask. What is that? Component interaction. He will ask next, what is the component interaction? Then you explore yourself. Say like when we send the data from one component to other component, right? That is called a component interaction. In that, one will be the parent component, another will be called child component. Parent component will send the data to child component. While sending the data, we have to put the data inside a container, and that container is called a property. There can be one property or there can be multiple property, and the shortcut is called a props. Shortcut is called a props. Right? So clear. What is that? What is the props? Then props we use while doing the component interaction. Next question immediately will ask, what is the component interaction? Then you can say yes, when we send the data from one component to other component, a parent component will send the data from to the child component. That is called a component interaction. While doing the component interaction, we send multiple types of value from one component to other component. So that values we store in a container, and that container is called a props. For example, your component number 4 is the parent component. Here you call the component number 5. Inside the component number 5, you are sending the data called article 1, article 2, article 3. So how you are sending the data? You are not throwing the data directly through air. So you are sending through the variable. And that variable name is called what? My title. And the my title is become a props. Okay. And what type of props? Not predefined props. Become a user defined props. In case you can ask, okay, give some more example. I'm not clear. Then you can say, for example, you know H1 tag. In H1, if you want to print in the right side, we write align right. If you want to print in center, we use align center. So in H1, align is the property. That is not made by us, is a predefined property. Similar way, we are creating the component, and when we are calling the component, in that component, we want to send something. So how to send something? Component was not predefined. It is made by us. So when the component is made by us, definitely variable also will be made by us, right? And at that point, the variable will be called as a props. Example, in H1, we use align as a property and center as a value. Okay. Okay. Hope working. Okay. Next, go ahead. Next, what we'll do is we will use some CSS so that this component should get aligned properly. Okay. So what CSS we will use? Simple. For this section tag, give a ID, article, and for article we'll use the flags property so that all will come one after other. Or maybe under the article we can use something else. Article of div float left we can do. Apply class equal to article. Okay, so hope ready. Let's come to the CSS file. We have a CSS file index.css. Inside the index.css, we can write a ID called article, has article. Under the article, you will use, okay, or directly you can write article of div, display, not display, float left, float colon left, float left, give the width somewhere 31%, 31%, and write margin 1%, margin as a 1%, float left, width something, float left, width 31.33%, margin as a 1%. Keep minimum height, mean height 300 px, mean height 300 px, refresh the page. What happened?
Sir, ID name article is wrongly mentioned in hook 4.
AR ARTICLE, that is correct one. See, 3 are coming now in one line, 3 are going to the new line. If you add some more, all will come here. For a small tag, you can write a text color here. A small tag, write the color as a red color. For a small tag, write the text color as a red color. All converted into red color. Now we can write one more CSS. For H5, what we have follow, div of H3, okay. So we can write one CSS here, article of div of H3, div of H3, article of div of H3. We can use here color blue color, color is a blue color. Okay, hope coming. Article of div of S3. Which color? Blue color. Okay. Next, after this, so you understood how to send the value from one component to other component. Okay. One more property we can send, so it will be clear your concept. What is the property? Add one more property. Add one more property. Give the property name called date. Date equal to first Jan 22. Put the date again everywhere. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. First Jan, second Jan, third Jan, fifth Jan. Hello. Hello. Yes, madam, I can talk in English. Okay, wait for 5-10 minutes. Other person will call you back. You will get a call back in some time. Check now. So how many property you are sending? Two property. One is called my title. Another one is called date. So let's go there. In the second component, you can print here posted on particular date. Posted on particular date. Property list dot date. Property list dot date. Property list dot date. Property list dot date. Wait for some time. Wait for some time. Sit there for some time. Okay, who printing? Post date also. Post dates are different. Now hope you are very much clear how to send the data from one component to other component. Okay. Then question can be the data what you are sending from here under the component number 5. The paragraph is fixed. Let it be as of now because we don't have that much of data. So here from the component number 4 we send one called title, another one is called date, and the title has some value, date has some value. So this data come from where? Article 1, article 2, date 1 to 3 Jan, this you are posting, it will come from where? It may come from any source. Okay, it can come from the array, it can come from the API, it can come from the anywhere. Okay, so this data may come from the anywhere. So if you are going to bring from anywhere, then where you will bring from? Array related some concept we have seen, saving listing, deleting something. Now next concept will be bring the data from other source, from the where? Server. That is called a API. Okay, in React, how to integrate with the API, how to bring the data from other source, and how to send the data to other source. Okay. So next we have to create other component, and we need to work on that. Hope no error. So first we'll install one library. That library name is called Axios. Go to the terminal, and under the terminal, VS Code, go to the terminal, open the terminal, go to the new terminal. Go to the terminal, open the new terminal. Under the new terminal, write here npm install react hyphen router hyphen dom. npm install react router dom. npm install react router dom. Oh, router dom, why we are installing? Already we have this, right? 8 seconds. Control C. It was not supposed to be react router dom. React router dom already we have. npm install npm install Axios, Axios. npm install Axios. Okay, hope installation is done. You can make a note somewhere, you can write somewhere how to install the Axios. So for that, npm install Axios. How to install the routing, how to set up the routing, npm install React Router DOM, and many more are there. Now let's create the next component, that is called component 6, hook 6, under the hook folder only. Hook6.js. Import inside React, comma, use state, comma, use effect from React. Okay, hope ready. Now come down, import inside AXIOS from Axios. Import Axios from Axios. Someone had called many times. We need to call him back. See, if a company in a company, if a person will join, okay, and he will not perform better. Suppose you got job in some company, you working, started working there. If you are not doing well, next what will happen? Next future will be blocked for the other candidates. The company will say like the particular person we have hired, he is not doing well. Okay, they will feel like the remaining people also will like that only. They will not give next opportunity, right? If one person will join there, they will work well. Then what will happen? The same company will say your people are very good. Send the next people. One person we sent to a Hyderabad company. He's working well over there. There, someone from the company, maybe someone, he messaged in the WhatsApp. We required next 10 React.js developer. Send more people, better quality. I replied him, okay, we have people, will send him. Okay, so finish fast and then started in the interviews. Just let me reply him. Okay, so let's continue. So write a constant here. Give constant name called my hook 6. My hook 6. Export default. Export default. My hook 6. Side, use a constant function. Give call book list. Write a function call update book. Use state. Keep inside as a empty array. Keep inside as a empty array. Book list, update book. Now come down, the right inside, export, not export, return a division h1 Axios user state Axios user state use effect. Example. You can write in the beginning API call this component in the app.js file. Call this component in app.js file. What is the component name? MyHook6. Put MyHook6 from slash hook6. Slash hook6 you can write. After that, hello. Yes, hello. Okay. Oh, okay. Next, after that, come down below, right here. Hook 4. Hook 4, hook 5. Not hook 5, it should be hook 6, right? Hook 6. Right here, hook 6. Link here again, hook 6. Check now, page is loading or not. Okay, this page has loaded. Now come there. In hook 6 file, here the data will come not from the array, it will come from the other source. So for testing purpose, let's create a source and then try whether it is coming or not. In public folder, create a file. In public folder, create a file. Give the file name. In public folder, create a file. Give the file name item.json. In a public folder, create a file, give the file name item.json. In this item.json, in a single dimensional array, store some item name. stored some 5-10 details. Okay, so how many elements you added? 6, 7, 10, 12. Okay. Okay, now suppose come to our component. The component is you check your spelling wise, you have made some mistake. Okay, you have made some mistakes in the spelling. Check, you can check the spelling how you are calling. Now come to this file, hook6 file. In hook6 file, we have to write some code where it will read the data from item.json file. Okay, so for that, create a function. Const, create a function called const get item. Get item. Get item. Okay, inside the get item function, you will call here the Axios library we are calling on the top, Axios.get. Under the Axios class, there is a many function. One function is called get to read the data. Another function is post to send the data. Another function is put to update the data. Another function is delete to delete the data. So get, post, put, and update. 4 functions, useful function. So we are writing as of now get. Inside the get, you will give the name of the file, which file you want to read. That is called item.json. After that item.json once we read, okay, item.json, that is nothing but you are sending a request to item.json. After sending the request, from there some data will come. That data you have to capture through the function, promise function called then, okay, as a response. Okay, we remember the fetch function. Using fetch function, how we are sending the, here also we will use fetch function. Okay, response. Now the response is holding the data. From there we have to bring it out. So what we will do for that, you write here alert response dot data dot length. Response dot data dot length. Response dot data dot length. Okay, response dot length. Now when to call this function? Function name is, what is the function name? Get item. Once we call the get item using axios.get method, it will read the data from item.json, and after that it will come under the response variable. From response variable, we can get response.data. Data is the fixed word, you cannot change that. Now write a button here. Button write a button on click equal to get item. Get item get item list. Get item list. Save now. Click on button, see alert will come. Click on button, alert will come. See, it's giving how many? 4. Right? It's giving total as a 4. Correct? Now come down. We can list those all the data. Write as a H1. Total items. Book list. See how we created. Here is the book list. There is the item list. Names are mismatching completely. This keep as a item list. Here also keep as a update item. Right here item list dot length. Okay, book ready. Next, after that, button is okay. This is button click we are calling. Item list is 0 by default because there is nothing inside the item. Here, instead of alert, what you have to do, you have to call here, call update item. You need to call here update item. Under update item, you have to write response.data. Response.data we need to post here. Response.data. Response.data. Update item, inside the update item will send response.data. Okay, now check. Click on button. Length is increasing or not? Once you click on button, the length will increase. We can go inside. And after this H1, write the map function now. Item list dot map. Name of the item as well as index of the item. Come inside. Return p tag. Print here called name of the item and apply here key as a index. Hope ready. Button click. See. If you refresh the page, button click if you do, then the data will come. Button click if you do, then the data will appear. Hope you are getting the list. Check once. Right. Okay. So hope 2-3 concept is clear for you. Next again, we will see in the next class. Next class, some little changes is there. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I will not be available. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, class will sit on Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday time remains same. 9:30 to 11:30 somewhere or 11 o'clock. But not today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, I will not be available here. Some immediate work, I have to go somewhere. Okay, but tomorrow and day after tomorrow class will sit on coming weekend, that is on Saturday and Sunday. Project is in the morning, and after that, this class will be same. Okay, I am here only tomorrow, but I have two small children. They are going to school tomorrow, first day. Okay, until date they have not gone outside. Okay, so the school people said like 2 days you need to be here surrounding. If they'll start crying in the high volume, you need to take them out. Okay, based on condition. Okay, so it's here only Marathali Bridge, Sri Chaitanya School. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, from morning 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I will be in their process. Okay. So, and from day after tomorrow, sorry, from third day, if condition remains something wrong, I will put someone else and I will get free from there. Okay, else nowadays people are smart people, no? Children are also smart. In one day only they will find some friend wherein they are there. Okay. Okay, so project class will be as usual. What time we sit? 8 o'clock. 8 to 9:30, and 9:30 to somewhere 11. We'll have break somewhere in between, and after that you can sit again. Okay, so hope it will work out. Friday remains same, only for today and tomorrow. In case tomorrow also, if everything is well, then I will put someone else. He will take care. From day after tomorrow, we'll continue. We have a group, no? In that, I'll update. In case not able to manage, then day after tomorrow, I will also be there only. From Thursday, we'll continue. From Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, I'll share this all three files, 4, 5, and 6. Book number 5. Okay, so all three files you have in a chat, can check once.